It's time for another whiskey, guys. Glenmorangie. Very excited. This is a good one. Bit of a hint. When you're pronouncing Glenmorangie, you have to say it as if you've had a few. It's not Glenmorangie or even Glenmorangie. I've not actually heard anyone say it that way. The correct pronunciation is Glenmorangie. Glenmorangie, as if you've had a few. That's the best way. So this is the Glenmorangie Signet. It is a fine whiskey, and I'm going to review this. I'm going to go over a bit of detail. I think it's got so much appeal to it, but you know, for now I'm going to take them off. I don't actually need my glasses. So the idea here, guys, is that for this particular whiskey, we'll do a bit of tasting on the... No, I'm joking. I'm not really. It's just a little joke I do now and then. Yeah, so basically, I am very impressed. The packaging itself, I have to do something like this. Look, it opens and it also closes. It's almost like a bit of a magnet. Really cool. There's the bottle. Look at that. Bang. Beautiful. Now, why does it look so good? Why does it look so presentable? Well, I'll tell you why. Have you ever heard of a particular brand called Louis Vuitton? Louis Vuitton. I'm assuming it's French. I actually don't know. I might have to check that. But they do stuff like handbags. Flipping expensive. Rip off. I'm joking. They're amazing. Great quality. It's just out of my price range. But still, the whiskey isn't. And you can see the quality, the craftsmanship that's gone into this. It is a cracking display. I mean, you see that and it just, wow. And when it's in the case and it's open up in the cabinet, it looks great. The next thing you'll notice is when you pull the weight on that. Feel how heavy that is. See that? You won't be able to feel it actually. Let me show you how heavy. You see that? See the weight on that. Can you see? It's got a bit of weight to it. It's heavier than you'd expect. It's heavier than I expected. Just wipe the top there. Oh. First things first. I mean, it is like pouring gold. Oh, it is, yeah. I've had this whiskey a few times. Price-wise, I don't think we should even think that price is a hindrance for this. I mean, I remember buying this at like 120, maybe a bit more. But I'm going to go with 120. I think that's what I got it for. I got this from Glenmorangie themselves when I did the tour. I've got a few from this particular distillery. It is a fine whiskey. Oh yes, it is. It is just beautiful. Look at that. The legs on that, they just linger. They're clinging on. Those legs don't want to come down. They've gone up and they're saying, hey, look how flexible we are and how long we can keep our legs up. Very impressed. It is a very rich colour. It's just... I remember, I have fond memories. That's why I'm just admiring this whiskey. It is, I mean, it's a no age statement, but obviously it's like the contents within, as it were. You know, there's been speculation that some of it is like 35 to 40-year-old. Some of the whiskey with it, it's the marriage is very well thought out. Let's put it that way. The thought that's gone into this. You should read up on this. It will interest you and show you just why the master distiller is, well, as good as he says he is, really. This one, I think it was Whisky of the Year 2016. I believe the Master Distiller also won an award that year as well. Now, I'll start off by saying that I could be here a while. That is very, very, very pleasurable, enjoyable, sophisticated, elegant. Oh, she is sweet. So I should talk. Yeah, so this is coming out at 46%. I actually believe this is fantastic, neat. You may choose to add water. Open it up a bit. Obviously, you won't have water for any other reason than to open it up. You're not looking to displace. You're not looking to dilute. You're not looking to cheapen. Definitely not looking to get, you know, this isn't orange juice. You're not watering it down to, this is a fine whiskey. Only add drips of water to see if it improves. And if it doesn't, go back to neat. Everyone's palate is different though. What I say works for you, you might say, I don't think so. Couldn't think of anything that rhymed. I could, but it had an immature word in it, and I'm not immature anymore. Okay, sorry. So the first things I'm getting there. Oh, get your dessert spoon out. This has got a few things in it, so. I'm getting like a bread and butter pudding. I do like my bread and butter pudding. I'm getting fruit, peelings of fruit. But these peelings of fruit are coated in honey or sugar, brown sugar. Yeah. Oh. I'm going to be making a few more noises, sorry. Oh, it's good. Already my mouth. Already. Oh dear. When you're nosing a whiskey, don't be afraid to talk to it. You know, interrogate it. Get what you need out of this whiskey. You've paid good money for this. Find out what's in there. You need to romance your whiskey. For example, what do you have for me? Bread and butter pudding. Chocolate raisins. Again, I'm getting that fruity, fruit peel, sugary fruit peel, honey covered. It's sweet, whatever it is. It is a dessert right now, a combination of. Oh, yeah. It's like maple syrup. Yeah. You know when you're making your pancakes, I don't know if you put maple syrup in your pancakes. You probably don't if you're a vegetarian. And then you get your maple syrup out like this and you smell it. Yeah, I would say so. Okay. I've got a bit there on my nose. I'm going to do a bit of tasting on my palate now, if you don't mind. Any objections? No? Okay. Have you ever drank gold before? I imagine this is what it is like. Ah, wow. This, I mean, the first time you drink this will be like going on your first ever date and it turning out to be the best date ever. So the girl from school, I mean, bear in mind, I'm talking about when I was back at school there. Flipping it, calm down. So, you know, my first ever date, go out, fantastic meal, she offers to pay. That's what this is like for me. What's that you're paying? Can I have the dessert menu again, please? Thank you. Oh, talk about dessert menu, it's right there. Mmm. Mm. The more you drink it, the more you romance it. You wouldn't rush a Michelin star menu. You would savour every taste. You would keep it in your mouth for as long as you could to get everything. It's the same with this whiskey. It's absolutely superb. I mean, I'm even getting honey roasted cashews now. It's just, oh, it offers so much. The finish is beautifully elegant. It comes right the way we move from the palate to the finish. Smooth as you like. The chocolate I was tasting that was settled on the tongue, as that subsides and moves away, a very late person arriving at the party, Mr. Sherry. Only small amounts, but it's just there on the tongue. It's there, and he's there to enjoy it with us, and it is nice, it is good, it's a fantastic whiskey. So what we get on the nose, what we get on the palate, what we get on the finish, I think that is beyond worth how much this retails for. I mean, the presentation alone, with the bottle, the stop, the look and feel, lovely display box, display case, that sounds better, doesn't it? The display case, it is really nice. Yeah, I recommend you check out the distillery. They are very passionate about what they do. After you've done the tour, they'll put you through in a separate room fairly near the shop, and they'll go through various different whiskies to taste with them. They'll bring out some chocolates. Glenmorangie goes very nicely with chocolate. Dark chocolate. That's something I should have said earlier. Dark chocolate, very nice Glenmorangie. Let it melt in your mouth. Brings more flavours, whether it's post or pre, either way. Just another way to enjoy your whiskey. Again, it's a dessert kind of whiskey. I was going to be a bit more creative there, but I decided I wouldn't. That's the freedom I have. I'm allowed to do that kind of thing because I can decide what I want to do. There we go. But yeah, fantastic. I'm really enjoying this. You will too. And you know what? I think you should put some money aside and get yourself a bottle. You deserve it. Genuinely, you deserve it. About £120? Make it last. Definitely. Get that in your collection. Beautiful. Absolutely. And I'm very excited because the way they've done this, they've put it together in such a marvellous way. And it just keeps giving. I mean, even now, just the aromas I'm getting as I'm passing it under my nose, it just keeps, and it's consistent as well. There's no hidden surprise. And it all complements as well what I'm nosing, what I'm tasting, and the finish. Yeah. I feel like I'm just going on a bit now. But genuinely, this is a great whiskey. Yeah, so that would be my review. Glenmorangie Signet. Back in the box it's going to go now, I'm afraid. shut it away, hide it. But yeah, this whiskey is going to be up there. Really good stuff. That's pretty much it for me, guys. I'll be doing another review soon. Feel free to comment on this video and the others. Not picky. Obviously, make sure the comment is relevant to the video that you're commenting on, otherwise it just get confusing to keep referring back. Feel free to do other stuff as well that is like, you know, socially media friendly-ish. And then, yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to say, oh, you know, I've not tried this whiskey yet. Tempted to get it. Have you got it? Can you review it for me? So I can, you know, do some requests. I'd like that. I would like that a lot. So feel free to give me a request. That's pretty much it. One thing I will highlight, I've actually got here something I use quite often if I'm drinking with somebody. It's a book. It is black and it's a rectangle shape. And this book has got paper inside it. And what I've done a few times is I have basically put my tasting notes together. I don't know if you can see that. There you go, look at that. That one there, the Glenmorangie Signet tasting notes, straight away. And basically this guides me through, there are, 135, that's how much I paid for it when I bought it. This guides me through the correct way to do my tasting when I'm with somebody else, because we want to be, when you're drinking whiskey, it's nice to drink with somebody, and so we go through, you know, is it smoky, is it delicate, is it sweet, is it dry, is it light, is it rich, if you've got floral notes, spice notes, woody, smoky, leather, fruity, citrus, solvent, grass, honey, caramel, nutty, sherry, herbal, and then my observations, do I recommend it, is it interesting, what's the reputation, and where did that source come from, what's my score out of 30, 1 to 30 that is, and then, you know, in a single word, how would I sum it up? I also put there who I'm with when I drink it. So this one I put down as Dave. That's my father-in-law. So yeah, I mean, I find this kind of thing helps. It's quite good. So don't be afraid to make notes as you're tasting your whiskey. It'll be good. Yeah, it's good to look back on it. It's also good for, oh, I fancy a whiskey tonight. What do I want? What do I want? And you go through your book and, oh, there we are. That one looks great. Pick that one out. Sometimes when you're tasting whiskey, you will find that every now and then you hit a wall and you're like, oh, what whiskey do I want to taste now? And then you go from there. But anyway, I speak quite a lot, don't I? Feel free to join in. Say something back. Anyway, I'm going to go now and I'm going to finish this off. So, have a good evening, guys. And, yeah, all day. I don't know where you are. Your clocks might have stopped. So, anyway, take care.